Was your heart attack with my first wrestling dumpster fires video. This is not gonna be an episode like base thing, like my what ifs. This is my first of two videos to do for tonight. This right here and They Live with Roddy Piper. So Monday I'll do my Raw review, obviously, and then Tuesday I'll do my next Survivor Series review, and get back to the what ifs also. So that's my next plan. And also, I'll probably do my ECW Hardcore or Anarchy Rules review also. I already did Hardcore Revolution. My apologies. So we all know who. This is my first Dumpster Fires video. Fires video. Jesus. Anyways. Now, we all know who Abyss is. You know, Chris Park played the character from 2003 to up until his retirement. Now he's a backstage agent for WWE, I think. I don't. But this storyline is a dumpster fire. Let's just be honest here. Let's get on to it. So in 2012, Abyss defeat Bully Ray in a Monsters Ball match. And then afterwards, he disappeared in storyline. And in the spring, Chris Park in a suit was looking for Abyss. And he was called Joseph Park. 10 years later, WWE did the exact same storyline with Elias when he was Ezekiel. Thank you, Triple H, for ending that dumpster fire. May do a dumpster fire on that, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyways, so Chris Park or Joseph Park, my bad, is looking for Abyss. And he's still in a feud with Bully Ray in this point. So he inadvertently caused Bully Ray a match at Sacrifice 2012, which will be a future video soon. Don't know if I ever do 2012, that is. This led to a match at Slammiversary with Joseph Park versus Bully Ray for whatever reason. And this is like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde shit. Because they had another match. By the way, Abyss helped Bully Ray will beat Joseph Park in that match. But anyways, they had another match in a few weeks. And afterwards, Joseph Park was bleeding. And he Black Hole slams Bully Ray. Dead giveaway. Because it's Abyss who is playing this character. But then, I don't know anything else what he did afterwards. He was in the Ace and Ace storyline, basically, and he feuded with Doc, aka Luke Gallows, for Turning Point 2012. We'll just skip right through. And they feuded with Devon at the beginning of 2013, and then he didn't do nothing else afterwards at Joseph Park. Oh yeah, in Slammiversary, Abyss beat Devon to win the TV title, that meaningless belt. It was called the Legend title at first, then it was the Global title, and then it was called the TV title, and then it became the King of Out Championship, whatever belt it was. The belt was pointless. And yeah, Abyss never defended the belt afterwards. So basically, this Joseph Park character was basically, yes, we know who you are, basically. Because in 2014, when they were going to unmask Abyss, was Joseph Park behind the mask. And this whole storyline drop was finally concluded because Abyss was Joseph Park all along. Side note, it was Chris Park who was playing both characters. Because the face, without the mask, and this whole storyline, it didn't kill Abyss per se, or Chris Park character per se as Abyss. It wounded him, basically. So yeah. And this whole Joseph Park thing outside of 2017, which nobody was around watching that at the time because it was a depressing time, as Marky D will say. And yeah, he became a Abyss after that until his retirement in 2018. Yeah, 2018. I think it was. Because, you know, say what you will, Abyss was one of the reasons I watched TNA as a kid at the time. Him and AJ Styles was obviously the guy I saw first in TNA, but Abyss was the other guy I was like interested in him because, I like big boys, and Abyss was one of them. Um, but yeah, this whole storyline was a dumpster fire, to be say. Why can't you have Abyss come back in around the Ace of the Day storyline instead of doing this stupid character thing? Like, when he would start bleeding, he was turning into Abyss, which, side note, it was the same person who was Abyss. Um, Also, this whole thing was just a bust, basically. He was trying to be like a lawyer, basically. So yeah. That's basically all I have to say. It's not gonna be long videos because this whole storyline was just a lame attempt at trying to be interesting for Chris Park, basically. But we all know his persona was always gonna when he was Abyss, basically, from the early days in TNA, basically. But yeah, that's the first wrestling Dumpsterfires. I delayed this for weeks. I finally got this over and done with, but I'll be back later for my Day Live review with Variety Pipe. I'm gonna watch it for the first time. For a first timer because I saw Brian Zane from Wrestling Regret review this last month. So let's see how great it is. So that's later on, and tomorrow will be my Raw review also. Anyways, like this video, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And, bye!